first step in your resistance training program is for you to clean up your tissue, and we call this tissue hygiene. And the reason why you need to do that is because of stress, because of sitting, because of repetitive movements, even in your sport that you participate in. And your muscle gets these little tiny trigger points, or really tight spots in your muscle, and your muscles become really tight. And no amount of stretching will get rid of those little trigger points or even the tender spots that you have in there. And what happens ultimately is then the muscle doesn't function the way that it should, and you get poor alignment. Poor alignment leads to inefficient movements and also injuries. So it's important that we clean your tissue up before we even try to address stretching and doing some mobility work. And the way that we do that is through what we call self-myofascial release. You can have chiropractors, you can have physical therapists go in there and clean the tissue up, or you can do it yourself. Our goal for you in this program, in this resistance training program, is to have a totally comprehensive approach, and it begins first with cleaning your tissue up. So a lot of people are completely unaware that their tissue even needs to be cleaned up. So what we're going to do is show you how to do some of these self-myofascial release techniques, but just make sure that you stick with it and that you don't get too much pain with it, but just stick with them. Do it maybe 5 to 30 seconds, and then slowly build up to doing a minute on each body part. But these are what we're going to show you are the main body parts that you need to work on because we sit and because we stress, because these are just the common patterns that we've seen. So get after it and good luck. Try to maintain a straight line from your heel to the back of your head. Don't pike your body as you're doing this. And try to work up into even doing your two legs stacked on top of each other. Maintain a tall, neutral spine and work on your breathing while you're doing these exercises. Keep the body from dropping down. Push your shoulder blades apart and keep your body as straight as you can while you're doing this. You can also move towards the outside or the lateral quad to try to find some trigger points. Slowly roll and work on your breathing as you're doing these exercises. For your left adductor, have your body at 12 o'clock and the foam roller at 10 o'clock. Do the same thing on your right, but have the foam roller at 2 o'clock. Try to not let the shoulders come together, push them apart, and maintain a level pelvis while you're doing this exercise. You can even try to keep the heel as close to the floor as possible. Do the full length of the muscle. Melt your body over the foam roll and make sure you don't go lower than the bottom of your shoulder blades. Keep your butt on the floor while you're doing this exercise and don't let your chin poke forward. Place the foam roller underneath your armpit and do short, tiny strokes. You can move your body forwards or backwards to try to find the trigger points in your lats. Make sure that you don't go too far down on your rib cage or you will jam a rib. Roll on the meaty part of your glute. Make sure you don't roll on the bone of your hip. You can also increase the tension by putting your foot on the opposite thigh. If you get any numbness or pain, stop immediately. There are three main parts to this calf that gets tight, so try to get the outside, the inside, and the middle of your calf while you're doing this exercise.